The vault beneath Sydney, 1828. It was a city still young, still raw, clawed from the earth by convicts and ruled by whispers. But beneath the dust-covered roads and colonial civility, something darker brewed, a plan so daring, so meticulous, it would rewrite Australia's criminal history. A building of stone and pride, housing fortunes in gold, silver, and paper promises. Guards stood tall by day, locks clicked firm at night. At the heart of the city, nestled along George Street, stood the Bank of Australia, and beneath every fortress lies a weakness. But even stone can crack. The sewerman in Valentine Rourke, the ghost who left no trail. The schemer, George Farrell, the silent blade. James Dingle, the burly digger. John Wilford, known as Creighton, the mind behind the maps. In the foul underworld of Sydney's criminal class, 5 men came together. William Blackstone. Their plan was madness. But madness, when sharpened by desperation, becomes brilliance. The vault sat like a stone heart above it. They had studied the bank for months, its walls, its vault, the flow of people. But most importantly, they had studied the drains. Sydney's underbelly was laced with old sewage tunnels, dark, wet, and largely forgotten. One such drain ran beneath the Bank of Australia. The city slept above, unaware of the men crawling like shadows below. Rats scurried across their boots. And so, armed with lanterns, picks, and patience, the gang disappeared underground. Night after night, they chipped away. The air reeked of waste. The breakthrough, September 14th, 1828. It was a Sunday. The city church bells rang. The faithful prayed. The bankers slept peacefully in their homes. But beneath George Street, mud-covered hands reached stone. The robbers had reached the base of the vault. They were gone. Just the quiet, cold emptiness of a looted vault. With muffled strikes and whispered cheers, they carved an entry into the treasure room of Australia's most powerful bank. Inside, gold gleamed. Promissory notes fluttered like birds disturbed. They worked fast, a tunnel leading into the city's bowels. Panic gripped Sydney. Had the convicts risen? Was it a rebellion? The panic. But without evidence, without a confession, they were ghosts in the system. By dawn, no alarms, no shouts. Rourke vanished entirely. Some say he boarded a ship to South America. Others claimed he changed his face and name. 3. The next morning, the discovery was chaos. Bank officials arrived to find the vault gaping, coins scattered, papers gone. Facing the gallows, he made a choice: talk or hang. The police began their search. Questions turned to rumors. Names floated: Blackstone, Farrell, Dingle. The 5 vanished into their new lives. Creighton, the master of maps, died under mysterious circumstances, and the rest? They waited. His testimony painted a vivid picture of men crawling through sewers, digging into stone, stealing a city's wealth. 4. The betrayal. 2 years passed. The trial. Then suddenly a crack. He told the story again, clear, cold, unflinching. William Blackstone, the original mastermind, was arrested on an unrelated charge. He chose betrayal. He revealed everything: the plan, the tunnel, the names. But time had changed things. Creighton was dead. Rourke was gone. Only Farrell and Dingle remained to face justice. By the law of convict attaint, his testimony was questionable. Could a man condemned once give evidence to condemn others? They didn't storm the vault with guns. They dug beneath it, through filth and darkness. June 10th, 1831. The Supreme Court of New South Wales. The courtroom was packed. Wealthy merchants, curious commoners, hardened criminals all came to see justice done. Farrell and Dingle stood tall, their faces stony. Blackstone sat across from them, now a traitor in every eye. They were sentenced, but spared death. Justice had spoken, though not all were satisfied. The money was never found. Some claimed it was hidden in bushland, others buried deep beneath the city. The jury listened. The verdict: guilty. The crowd held its breath. The gallows loomed. But then a twist. Blackstone, though a witness, had once received a death sentence himself. Legal uncertainty clouded the air. In the end, Farrell and Dingle escaped the noose, not from innocence, but from a flaw in the legal chain. Aftermath, the Bank of Australia never recovered its full losses. The names of the robbers faded, their faces vanished into time, but their legend remained. They had pulled off the first bank robbery in Australia, crime of grit, patience, and shadow. And in doing so, they proved that even in a new land, old sins would take root. Sydney would grow, banks would build taller walls, locks would grow stronger. But somewhere, beneath it all, the tunnel remains.